Hey, it's the Man to Man Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Man. I got my homie Nate.
Hey,
it's good to be back, man.
Hey, man, it's lovely to be back, man. You know, it's another day. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Wake up in the morning. You know what I mean? Try to get it, man. Keep pushing, man. That's about it, man. But you know, it's one of those times where it comes down to me, but it's just one of those things, man. But I'm grateful to be here, man.
Absolutely,
love the podcast, man. You know what I'm
saying? Love it.
But how everything been going with you, Mr. Man?
Hey, man. It's been going, man. Long week, with the hurricane coming through, a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But just October,
brief.
Yeah, real brief. October is a good month for me, because there's a lot of sports coming back to life. Football is in full swing. The NBA is getting ready to come back. The WNBA playoffs, Major League playoffs. October is a great month for sports, and I'm looking to have some great content over the next several weeks about what's going on, man. But
most definitely.
Just want to touch on a few topics, man. Lightly before we get into what we're talking about today. First, I want to commend Nate. A lot of y'all don't know he's from Valdosta, Georgia.
Yeah. Say it right now.
Come on, man.
Put a little bass in your voice.
Come on. So a lot of South Georgia was hit, and
pretty much the whole of South Georgia.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, and it's in my hometown of Augusta, Georgia. South Carolina, Tennessee, North Carolina, a lot of places where a lot of our family, I mean, we got family in North Carolina, South Carolina, all over the place, in Florida. And it's hard enough to be there for everybody in these times, but do what you can. And I want to commend this man, because he actually did a lot for his family, and a lot of people down there were going back and forth to Valdosta and other places and helping people out. And I wanted to get, even though I don't have family down in Valdosta, I wanted to give my help. And we met at Kroger yesterday, and it's not about the money. I'm not gonna say how much money we spent, but we got a lot of valuable stuff.
Yeah.
And he loaded up his truck and took it down there to the families, man. So if you can, man, help out people, give it to the Red Cross. Anything you can do to help the families who's going through a lot right now with no power. I know some of them are getting their power back on, but there's a lot of people who lost their whole entire house and a lot of their belongings. But people
like the Armageddon out there.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad in some of these places out there. So I want to give a shout out to my boy Nate and to the family and friends of people suffering through this trying moment with the hurricane coming through. So shout out to everybody who helping doing the right thing out there. And if you can, do something. If you have a chainsaw, cut some trees out of the way, help your neighbor out, do something positive to help the community out, man.
Yeah. And don't always have to be money or something. Just lend a helping hand.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing that we miss.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It don't take nothing to use your two hands and your 2 feet. So
absolutely.
That's the biggest thing you want to kind of look at in that retrospective type, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So hopefully we can kind of build on top of it. It's gonna take a while to build, but it's just one of those things. Devastation hits like that. You just try to move forward, and one step at a time to kind of move forward and kind of keep pushing. And for the people that lost their lives and stuff, we'll keep y'all family and in our prayers, and we try to move on from it.
Absolutely, appreciate that, man. Also, too, man, I was a little excited about this, nigga, just on a lighter note.
Hold up. Quick question.
Yeah.
Am I reading that right?
What?
Is that the same name?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I like him already.
Look, I was just writing it down so I won't forget his name. But I went to visit his store one day because there's a butcher shop across town where I work at. And they got some fresh meat, and I went over there right by a store. So I went into a store, and there was a sign made. I'm not going to mention the company until they sponsor us, who we work for. But anyway, there was a sign of where we worked at in his store. And I was like, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. So I was inquiring about it. So one of our coworkers, shout out to what my boy name is?
Chance.
Shout out to my boy Chance. He gave me the name of the guy, and we talked about our logo, as y'all can see. And we chopped it up. Real nice guy, and he actually was gonna make us a sign, which he did. But he was telling me him and his wife are retired, and they're getting ready to go on a month-long cruise to celebrate their retirement.
That's nice.
And but you know, as far as the details of getting my sign, our logo sign together, he said, you know, he don't know if he have enough time giving the information, and he'll see what he can do. This is on a
Thursday, wasn't
Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. This man met me like Friday, Saturday, sometime Saturday evening or whatever. I can't remember, but anyway, he made the sign before he went on vacation. And I was so impressed with him. I gave him a little extra money because he got it done in a short amount of time, and I brought it on the set for everybody to see how dope it is. I mean,
go ahead and get that thing, man.
Look,
go ahead.
I'm proud of
real
this
deal now. You know, it's real deal. Like he funky with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
this
real
thing
deal.
is tough.
Yeah,
I know y'all really can't see it, but it's raised.
We got dark just that quick.
Golly.
But yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, that's nice though. That's a nice sign.
It's that the lighting is affecting the camera.
Okay, let me get it out. But I just want to give this man a shout out, Mr. Nathan Hunt.
There you go.
Of signhunt.net. That's his,
not to get them mixed up with Mission Impossible.
No, definitely not Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Mr. Nathan
But
Hunt.
he did make it happen though.
He did make it happen.
He did make it happen.
His name is Nathan Hunt. His company's name is called Sign Hunt. And if y'all like something like that, you got a logo or anything. He does more than just logos. He does like you know what them things you hang on your door, like all kinds of stuff, man. But his website is signhunt.net. Y'all go go to the website and check it out, man. He got some nice stuff on there, man, and real nice guy, man, really nice guy. So y'all support people like that, local businesses and things like that. But I appreciate you, Nate, and we gonna be doing more business. And one final thing before we get into our topic. We've been.
Well, you took a pause.
I
ain't know what you about to say.
Listen, we ain't where we wanted to be, but we had some small success here. You know what I'm saying? We're up and coming as our fan base grows,
growing.
And I want to do something a little different. There's a gentleman on our TikTok. His name is Joe Battle. He got a lot of positive feedback. A lot of positive. We mentioned him before a while back, and I want to do something different, Mr. Joe. Since you've been interacting with us, commenting on our posts, giving some positive feedback, I want to do something different on Man to Man podcast and invite you on one day, and we're going to debate whatever topic you want to talk about. Nate and I, you can go get Nate and I, or you can just give your input, whatever you want to do. I want to invite you, Joe, Mr. Joe Battle, and just come on our podcast and just chop it up with us, man. Because you've been real interactive with us, and I appreciate the love and support. And we want to interact with our fans more anyway. So, Joe, I appreciate you, man. Come on the show with us, and we'll chop it up with you, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Hey, you know, and we appreciate the interaction. You know what I mean? We like that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, you know, enough to keep our juices flowing. You know, keep us on edge, keep that grit to us. But hey, we love it, man. We love it. So if you wanna come on to DM us. And we'll get in contact with your information and stuff like that. And we'll kind of.
By the way, going back to that what you mentioned about the website, you said it was signbase.net.
Signhunt. Signhunt.net.
Yeah, Sign Hunt. I seen you put Signbase. That ain't it. They gonna be opening up something that might give them a virus. You know what I'm saying? So that,
what they do here?
That ain't it. That ain't
Locking up my computer.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But anyways, to our first topic, man.
What we talking about?
I said what I said.
Oh, okay. I already know where you're going to go.
If you can play the clip, producer, from when I said about Miami and Georgia, you know what I mean? When I said, don't be surprised if Georgia have 3 losses, and don't be surprised when I say that Miami right now is a better team than Georgia. Yes, I said it, man. What happened with your dogs, man? What happened? 'Cause first of all, it was real ugly there in the first half. You know what I mean? So what?
It was
what
terrible in
happened,
the
Mr.
first
Man?
half. Terrible in the first
Is,
half.
is this the end of a dynasty?
I ain't gonna say end of a dynasty, cause we until you knock us off, we still in the running. But we both talk about the points of what could potentially happen, and it did. The worst thing that Georgia did, especially in the first half, was those missed tackles. It was terrible. And they were not prepared for Miro, as we discussed. They were not prepared for him. And that young freshman that they got,
Oh, you
Williams.
talking about Williams, yeah, the wide receiver?
Bro,
Yeah.
that boy is 17 years old. Y'all letting out a kid rock us like that.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now, right? I believe what I said last time we were talking about Georgia, to believe is true. Georgia has good players. They got beat by great players.
Well, I mean,
How can you combat that? Carson Beck is not looking too pretty out there.
well, I mean, look, the best thing about the Georgia, the thing outside of the stats, the plays, the best thing that Georgia showed last Saturday night was the resilience of the team. I mean, for them to come back and take the lead for like 10 seconds, that was some resilience. That was some tough.
I mean, that's a good positive.
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right?
But that's the only thing I'm gonna give them, really. You know what I mean?
You still caught that L.
Yeah, you caught the L because you gave up a touchdown the very next play.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you got too high. I think you got comfortable. Okay, we did all that work to come back. Now we can breathe a little bit. But Milroe definitely has improved over last year.
I mean, he's that dog. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Right? But this, I think, is a little bit deeper. Right? Y'all ain't never really beat. I think I beat Alabama 1 out of the last 10 meetings.
Yeah.
And Nick Saban gone, so you can't say Nick Saban.
No, definitely can't say Nick Saban.
So I just think Alabama's y'all kryptonite. I just think y'all just won't ever beat Alabama.
I don't. Boy, they definitely got our number. I mean, I don't know what it is, but they definitely got our number.
I've never, I ain't gonna say never, but it's been a while since I've seen a team get dominated on one side.
Yeah, that part
for a decade straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things. If y'all don't beat Texas, y'all might not make it into the playoffs.
That's very possible.
If y'all don't beat, cause Texas is y'all next game, right? And y'all gonna need for Alabama to hopefully, if they're on a high, I think they play Tennessee, right?
No, they play Auburn next.
Alabama do?
No, Georgia.
When they play Texas?
They play Texas 2 games after that, after Auburn.
So Auburn can be tricky too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who Alabama play? Tennessee?
Let me see, Alabama. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, I know they got you all messed up. I think they play Tennessee.
They might play Tennessee. Tennessee. Hold on, man.
This is Alabama.
Hold on a second, man. What's so funny up there?
Is this here Alabama?
Hold on a second, man. I'm trying to figure out something.
You know what?
Yeah, I think.
Hold on a second.
I think they play Tennessee. I'll just give you a double check it, but I'm pretty sure they play Tennessee.
Yeah,
but since you taking forever today,
You almost made a old school rap reference.
Hold on.
I got you. I'll find it for you, dude.
Look. I'm multitasking on my phone.
All right, so they play Vanderbilt.
Play Vanderbilt.
Yeah. So they play Vanderbilt next. So that'll be an easy win.
But this is a. Oh, go ahead.
So they got Vanderbilt, South Carolina, then Tennessee. Right. So
what? So Tennessee is what?
Number 4.
And South Carolina is what?
They're not ranked.
And we know Vanderbilt's not ranked.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the best chance y'all got is Tennessee. Really, it's Tennessee right now. Because I don't see nobody else beating Alabama. So Alabama will be in the playoffs.
All right. Now,
y'all might be out of the playoffs.
well, with the strength of schedule that Georgia has, right? And let's say we beat Auburn, we beat Mississippi, and we lose to Texas. We beat Florida. We beat Ole Miss. We beat Tennessee. We beat UMass and beat Georgia Tech. Now that schedule is way tougher, in my opinion, than Alabama's.
Okay. I don't.
Does that negate?
Yeah, y'all better hope y'all beat Georgia Tech.
We gonna beat Georgia Tech.
And y'all give y'all UMass, I give y'all Florida, I give y'all Mississippi State. Y'all got some iffy games on them.
Of course, but I'm just saying, like, the layout I just gave you, losing one more game and we winning. Shouldn't our strength of schedule propel us still?
I mean, and yes, theoretically, yes, but if y'all lose to Texas, I think y'all gonna be on the outside looking in.
No, I think if we lose to Texas and win everything else, I still think we'll be in.
Now,
we might be a lower seed, but we still be in.
This goes to my next question. Who is the favorite to win it this year?
Right now?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's between Alabama, Miami, Texas. I mean, to me, those three.
Now, one thing
and I'm still
going
to say, go Dogs.
Now, I talk about the Canes. Go Canes. We had a rough outing against Virginia Tech. We almost lost it.
Yes, y'all did.
I thought I was going to have to retire my shirt again. But
you can put it out like it's the last draft last time.
But I will say we showed grit. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta do better. I still think we still got a long way to go. Mm-hmm. But I take my Canes. I'm more confident in my Canes. But I do say right now, Alabama's in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they shown that they can show up in the bright lights. Georgia shows they can't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Georgia can't play from behind. That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you can get behind 7, maybe 10, but when you start getting like they did the first half, that's when you start struggling. And that it was terrible. I thought we were gonna get blue. Well, we did get blew out. We just happened to come back.
That first half, y'all look like a Division II team.
Yeah, we look like Peach County High School.
Yeah, okay, all right.
We looking pretty bad.
I didn't say that. He did. So
Georgia fans don't want to talk about. We telling the truth.
Hey, but y'all looked terrible. I was like, but you know what though? I knew it was gonna happen because of all the games y'all played. Even when Kentucky played y'all like that.
Yeah, Kentucky plays real tough.
Yeah, so like with that being said, Georgia is vulnerable. To be honest, I'm gonna go far to say Georgia's not winning national championship this year.
I hate to, even though I'm a Georgia dog. I mean, look, that's very, very likely. You know what I mean? It's very likely.
I see Alabama. Now, the Texas versus Georgia game is what I'm gonna be looking at in the future.
That game right there. If we're on a winning streak by the time if we win the next 2 games going into that game, that's gonna be the tell of what we looking like moving forward.
Yeah, and then Alabama versus Tennessee, and then that's gonna tell you who the front runner and who a pretender and who a contender.
I know we went over a pretender and contender over last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever. But a team we haven't mentioned is Ohio State.
Yeah, because the SEC is the cream of the crop, right?
Yeah.
Ohio State, they might show up, they might not. Are they the new Michigan? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they like the cream of the crop that might be able to do something?
Yeah.
You know, we'll see. But if it ain't the SEC, I just don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my biggest thing. Like
SEC, we trust.
You know, like, I mean, okay, all right, let me back it up. I don't trust Georgia.
Stop it.
I wouldn't trust them. Nah, Georgia going up against any other conference, yeah. But SEC wise, nah. I think y'all will possibly have a rematch between y'all and Alabama, and I think Alabama will win again. But that just
for the championship.
But
SEC championship.
Yeah, but I just don't see y'all getting back there.
Well,
I think this year ends y'all glory days.
Look, as much as I want to defend my dogs, go Dogs, by the way.
They suck.
I have to agree with what you're saying, man. Except for that suck part. Hey, hold on a second. Hold on.
Georgia remind me of Carolina Panthers.
Look, listen. Hold on, y'all. Be quiet for a second. First of all,
yeah.
Why is all the snickering between producers when he said something about Georgia? What's going on with that?
They know Georgia's.
What's going on?
Ain't it right now?
I'm looking at the fact that first of all, if you
said he get on my nerves,
and I'm like, dude, you do realize we got Georgia fans watching this?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean it could be a Georgia fan, but Georgia ain't it right now. They are not it. Okay, Alabama showed you that. So, question. So, just because y'all lost closer to Alabama, would y'all be like, okay, all right, that's a win? Because you still lost. They still blew you out by 30 in the first half.
Well, see, that's why I was giving them credit for the resilience for them to come back. So to me, that shows that they can hang with Alabama. They just can't get down to anybody, especially Alabama. They need to go strong.
I don't think they have the personnel.
I
And that's being totally like not BS on that. I don't think they have the personnel to match up with the top caliber teams in college football.
I'm glad you made that point because we talked about Ohio State a little bit. And I'm just looking at their schedule. The first 3 games were easy games. You like Arkansas, Western Michigan, and Marshall. And then I think the only ranked team that they play is Oregon and Penn State and Indiana and Michigan.
They schedule about. I ain't gonna say similar, but it's got some strength to it. You know what I mean? Especially with the Penn States and the Oregons and I think they play Michigan. They play Michigan too, but
we'll see. They'll be in the playoffs obviously, but I think when you play the SEC anyway, it's just a tougher division as you mentioned.
SEC is always gonna be tough. It's just y'all ain't it.
Yeah, who?
Georgia.
We're gonna be playing for the SEC championship. I bet you that.
If y'all lose to Texas, you won't.
We're gonna be. Well, that's it. That's
you're not
yet to be seen.
To be honest,
that's yet to be seen.
I think the parlay is gonna be. They only give Texas 3.5 points. I think they gonna give them over y'all. And the way the Mann boy is playing right now, I was a little suspect, but he's dialing it up.
This is the ultimate disrespect to any defense. When you have a fourth and whatever, and the offense still go for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that should be a slap in your face to say, hey, they don't respect your defense at all. And that's what happened a couple of times. Like, look, because they knew if they got that first down, it's gonna be harder for us to come back, and that's what they did a couple of times to keep the drives going. And it was like,
well, I think. Like I said, the personnel, man, Georgia just ain't got it this year. And then when they won, they had it. They had the person. You could tell who was the more talented team.
Yeah.
They just are not head over heels the most talented team.
No, and I'm not making this as an excuse. There's only one questionable play that I think that should have went in Georgia's favor.
When he threw that interception?
No, it's not even about the interception.
No.
I think it was the play before that because they kept going at that after that cornerback for Alabama. And he did okay. But that play before, I think it was the play before, maybe 2 plays before, when they went to that same part of the end zone, and the ball was coming down in the end zone, and that guy hit him across the arms before the ball. Yeah, but they didn't call it. That's the only play that I feel like Georgia should have got the call, and we should have been first and goal right there.
Well, he should have threw that pick either.
No, he definitely shouldn't have threw. Well, he kept going to the same side, to the same player every time. Man. He was looking for it.
Carson, hey,
he was looking for it.
This is where y'all missed the mailman. Stetson Bennett. Y'all miss him dearly. Carson Beck is not it.
That boy played, man. That boy got over almost 300 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
So you can go out there and get 300 yards.
He the boy can ball.
And get 2 interceptions. Jameis Winston got the same.
No, he's... Come on, I could be better than Jameis Winston.
Guess what? Jameis Winston.
Give me a W.
Guess what Jameis Winston got that Carson Beck don't. A national championship.
Question you should ask yourself: are you going to find anyone similar to what we're seeing from Stetson Bennett?
You can find somebody better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alabama do it to y'all every year.
Well, but that don't necessarily mean we need another quarterback because Alabama has our number for whatever reason, but we play well against everybody else.
He sucked against Kentucky. So,
but that was a big piece of game though, because Kentucky didn't do nothing against us.
Back to back.
Kentucky didn't do nothing against us out the ordinary.
Yeah, but he still didn't play up to everybody par. He was number 1 off the draft board this summer before the season started. Now they looking like, oh, he's not QB1. He doesn't even look like first round draft material.
Man. But we act like that every top tier or top ranked quarterback don't look bad. Because we were saying the same thing about Miro last year, where he wasn't that great, but all of a sudden he's
a different year.
And my point exactly. So we can't allow a player to grow.
So this is what you're telling me. Carson Beck is gonna be bad this year, and then next.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying
that's what you're saying.
No, I said
last year.
I know, but I'm also saying that we act like that quarterbacks don't go through their patches of games that they don't play well.
Well, I don't.
That's every single player on every single position on every single team.
I ain't never seen him play well.
The man played for before now the number one team in the nation. Before they lost that game.
Well, I mean, to be honest, they went number one team in the nation when they was undefeated.
But they were yesterday. What you talking about? 2. They went to number 2. They were undefeated going into whatever game. I mean,
they was going.
They were still ranked number 1. They didn't get.
They was number 2. They got dropped down when they
after the Kentucky win. They went to So, but they were still number 1 before they went to Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my point. Okay,
and he sucked that game.
Oh, of course. But I said,
and then he came and sucked this game too. Just because he had some good plays or whatever, like I feel like. So the turnovers what killed y'all.
So we can say the same thing about Miami against Virginia Tech, right?
We still winning.
But we can say the same thing though, right?
If you the wins.
We struggled against Virginia Tech as good as you say Miami is. We struggled against a
Cam struggled. Cam struggled. Okay. But in his other games, who has the better stat line and who played better?
I ain't talking about stats. I'm just specifically talking about.
I bet
there's players that go through.
A realistic fan, it'd be like Cam Ward, Carson Beck. Who do you take? Cam Ward all day.
Depends on who you're asking.
I mean, you'd be an idiot to say, "Oh, Carson Beck" right now. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
And I still do believe. I still do believe.
And we dropped the rank.
Well, I still do believe Georgia is ranked higher than Miami.
For now, until they lose to Texas.
And they may not lose to Texas.
I feel like they're gonna lose to Texas. Just like I told you they was gonna lose.
I mean, I'm not saying that they won't. I mean, it's possible they might lose.
They might have 3 losses.
But if they win, then that stuff you're saying is gone.
Hey, so they have 3 losses, right? I mean,
I don't see 3 losses. I may see 2.
Obviously,
I see 2 possibly, but I see 3.
Obviously, what I said in the last podcast was right? So I picked Alabama to win, right? And but I also I
also said matter of fact the clip that we put up on TikTok, I said Alabama will win based on some of the stuff I seen.
You're not a Georgia fan.
I'm just going with the facts. I'm going with the facts.
You're not a Georgia fan. You should want your team to always win.
I do, but realistically,
you should want your team to always win.
I
feel like all the dog fans should.
I want you to say that when Alabama
communicate you.
I want you to say that if Alabama play Miami and see how good.
I'm gonna go with Miami.
And if they lose, then what?
I mean, if they lose, hey, it's a heartfelt year.
Okay,
we
that's
came
all
out.
I'm saying.
We did what we supposed to.
That's all I'm saying.
We moved the needle,
that's
right?
All I'm saying.
We moved the needle because we ain't been nowhere near the needle. So this year we sticking it tough. So we gonna make it happen. The ACC is us. We gonna mess up the ACC. There's nobody I see beating us. They thought Georgia Tech was gonna do it. No, y'all better watch out for Georgia Tech.
You're supposed to when your conference ain't got nothing else in it. Who was in the ACC is gonna be?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we gotta worry about us.
That's what I'm saying. So who you supposed to be top? You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing special.
You was number 1. Y'all supposed to.
That ain't nothing special. But we got a tough division as you actually.
I mean, y'all do got
acknowledge earlier.
Tough division, but y'all supposed to be better than what y'all supposed to be playing, right?
Dude.
I'm just saying what the Georgia fans say. I mean, they was all on.
He a hater anyway, so he's always gonna have something.
I'm not a hater. I'm just keeping it real.
He always gonna have something
I'm just keeping it real. You think Carson Beck is all that, and he's not.
I'm not. I didn't put him on a pedestal. I'm just saying he's good enough to be on a highly rated, national ranked football team.
No, he's just a backup.
That's all I'm saying.
He's a backup player.
That's all I'm saying.
He's a backup playing in the first string position.
Well, until they get put out of the playoffs, which they're not, until we understand who's going to win against them in Texas, they still rank number 5.
I feel like there's a bet coming on, but we'll get to that. So right now, like I said, Georgia's they're gonna have a lot of proving to do the next 5 weeks or so.
Go Dogs.
But I do think Tennessee and Ole Miss is 2 SEC teams that y'all might want to watch out for. All the other teams,
They'll be competitive games, but I don't think they'll lose.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they'll lose.
Whatever you say, Bud. Whatever you say.
I actually think this Alabama game prepped them for the next few games to be more alert and aware.
You talking about Georgia?
Yeah.
No, we'll see. I mean, I'll be tuning in. Obviously, y'all should win this week.
I mean, because like I say, even with them losing, they show some heart, some resilience. So I think they can compete with anybody out there. I just think Alabama is just a better team that day. I mean, because they took the lead
They got better.
Hold on. What was that? Want us to end? No. Oh, keep it going?
Keep it going.
I didn't see what he was doing. I thought he was doing thumbs down for Georgia.
You know how you're supposed to keep it rolling? He was like,
I thought he was doing
bouncing with it. I'm like,
I thought he was doing thumbs down for Georgia. I was like, he wouldn't know.
I think you need to get your glasses checked.
Exactly. Look, I may be a Carolina fan, by all means, but look, I'm here in Georgia. I'm supporting Georgia. Hey. As a matter of fact, I'm with him.
Look,
the wall. Set yourself up for that. Set yourself up for that. I just want you to know that.
I appreciate the camaraderie with the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, but
listen. This ain't got nothing to do with the dogs. But I think I mentioned before, we're not mentioning the Carolina Panthers on here again until they start winning.
And first of all, first of all,
how have you mentioned the Panthers?
One team that I do feel like is going to be a dark horse in this whole thing, right, is LSU. LSU has that second half mentality. You know what I mean? So they always, I don't know what it is about them. They'll start off a little weird, but they always end strong. So I believe that's one team that can make some shake. So all them like Oregons and all them, like they good for front running, but LSU is real gritty. So I feel like at the end of the day, they can shake up the SEC.
Yeah, I mean they always have potential to do something. They do play Alabama later on in the season. Now that's what I think that's going to be one of Alabama's toughest games based on Alabama's schedule. But yeah, LSU is a dangerous team. I mean they can come out of nowhere and they actually can. Looking at their schedule, they got a potential to run it up too.
Yeah, made some shake, man. Since I said that, who's your dark horse team?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if they're not necessarily a dark horse to me.
You can say Georgia.
No,
you can say Georgia.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
I mean, y'all got put on a leash, so I mean.
No, I'm tell you the only team that I think that has the potential to do everything, and it's not necessarily a dark horse, but it's Texas is looking very scary, man.
Well, I mean, y'all do play them.
Yeah, I mean they're looking very scary.
Y'all should be scared.
I mean, I'm talking about everybody should be scared playing Texas. Everybody should be.
You know what they say about Texas.
You know, anytime you have a,
you know, a girl in Lexus in Texas.
I don't know anybody in Texas. Yes, I do. I do know somebody in Texas.
There you go.
My baby boy, my son, he playing for Angelo State. But outside of that, Texas, anytime there's a mobile quarterback who can throw the ball, that's always a team you have to look out for.
Man, Mann is faster than. He's sneaky fast.
He's way faster. Way faster.
I know he's way faster than any of his other family members. I can tell you that. I can tell you that much.
Anytime you have a mobile quarterback who can pass, that's always a dangerous team.
Yeah, he was scatting when I seen him running. I was like, okay, look at him go.
And he got a bit of a swag to him too, man.
Oh yeah,
he got a bit of
I could tell when he lost his ID on the first day of school. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, yeah, you know, hey, this is me. I am him, got it. But hey, Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. We got our picks coming up. Our NFL picks coming up. We're going to see who took the L for what week is this, producer?
Brett. I take it we're on, week 3?
Week 4.
4?
Yeah, I think
I'm sorry. Well, yeah, 4.
Catch up, man. Catch up.
Hey, only thing you had to do is just hold up. You ain't have to say nothing. So week 4. Hey, y'all know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Oh, man.
I'm gonna beat them just like I do every week. Y'all already know. Hey, Team Nate. You know what I'm saying? Hey, make
Y'all
sure
don't
y'all
believe
like,
nothing he said.
subscribe, share, all social media, and guess what? We out.
Man to man.